log. Using the light speed breakaway factor, the Enterprise has moved back through time. Our mission? Historical research.
Captain, I'm getting something.
Put it on audio.
There's an old-style weather satellite in orbit below us. If I could bounce off it, I could get some good views. I've got it.
Tie us in.
In this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on with it? What's happening? Look at that. 2 lives in a row. Bamity bam. We got a little interesting information today I'm going to share with you guys. Something I saw. I was actually going to make a video. It's one of those videos, though, by the time I edit it, put all the pieces together, I'd be sitting there over an hour into the video. So I'm like, let me just go live. You know what I mean? A lot of people say I should go live more. I don't go live as much as other people do. So why not? What's happening? What's happening, Lou? There goes the second channel right there. So last night we talked about it a little bit. What's up, Princess? Linums. We talked about it. The lawyer here was sending out these cease and desist. So actually last night I said Seth and his mom. I was unsure. Then towards the end of the live, it was a long live, over 3 hours, we found out that it was the lawyer. I got some stuff to show you, man. People are already attacking this lady's, her firm, her lawyer firm, her Facebook page. So I'll show you that. They're putting in reports and attacking her through the Tennessee lawyer board there. What's it called? The bar. They're putting the complaints, which is crazy once you see these comments and stuff I'm about to show you. I mean, who is it for some person? That's what the poll is about, and I hope that you vote on it. I did a post where I showed the cease and desist, an example that was sent to me last night, and I'm asking you guys' opinion, and I'm agreeing on both sides of the coin here. But if you don't know, a lot of you do know, look, we've been sticking up for the Wells for a long time, and I do think that families should have some type of legal action on YouTube. I'm not saying every YouTuber who got sent a cease and desist deserves one, okay? And there's only a couple that have, from what I understand. So I'm not saying that every every YouTuber deserves this, okay? It's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is from what I have personally been through with personal conversation and all types of stuff, what the Wells have gone through is just literally hell. Literally hell. Yeah, they brought a lot of this upon themselves being on social media. But here, and yeah, that's a different case. It's a different case. And I could continue to talk about other families. Cash Gurnan, a lot of other families. There's loopholes in this YouTube social media game. And I'm all about free speech. Okay, I'm all about it. But it seems like when YouTubers start getting hit with these cease and desist, they want to cry free speech. Well, goddamn. Well, it's about time. It's about time. There's all types of issues going on in the world right now, especially in America. And if you ain't been speaking about those or sticking up about free speech until you get a cease and desist, well, goddamn. But, mainly who I'm talking about is the trailer. JLR, he has no business talking about missing kids. Okay. If you have any idea of his reputation and his behavior on the platform, then you know that. If you're a #1 fan and you love JLR, hey, great. But what I'm talking to is the people who don't know about this dude. Gifted 1 membership, Michelle, newbie. Hey, I appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate it. You gifted one. Okay, gotcha. What's up, Miss Kiki? What's happening? So I'm going to show you guys this stuff. What's up, South Africa in the house? That is cool. I always see your comments. It's special. Tuning in all the way from South Africa. I love it. I love it. Thank you. What's up? What's up, Miss Sally? I do think that parents should have their rights back. And, you know, look, I'm kind of in the middle here with the whole cease and desist argument as far as the Sebastian Rogers thing is going on. Again, I'm not saying all the creators are to blame. I do think it's a good step in giving them their voice back, okay? Somebody like JLR, which we're going to review his live. I'm going to show you. He says a lot of stupid shit on the internet. He does a lot of stupid shit. If you just watch the intro, the trailer to this live, he's recording himself harass Candace at that point in time. Okay, so I think that this is good. I'm conflicted as far as the child goes, Sebastian Rogers. Why people can't say his name, but at the same time, he's a minor, and that this is his father going to a lawyer. You know, there's also some rumors circulating around, and it's only a rumor. We'll get into it. I'm going to show you that there's some type of website or something like that Seth is making some type of monetary gain on. I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying this is merely a rumor as of to why these cease and desist are sent out. So I guess the thinking here is he's got a website where he's selling Sebastian Rogers items, and he is going to be copyrighting or whatever anyone else to use his name. Okay, there's good and bad in that. There's good and bad in that. If you know anything about the Summer Wells community here on YouTube and the assholes who have taken it upon themselves to sell Summer Wells t-shirts, it is so gross. It is so gross. So in one aspect, if that rumor is even true regarding Seth, then I'm all for it. He's the father. I'm all for it. I would much rather him be in control of that type of thing than some asshole who's going live just digging him. And then it's complicated, so let me show you this stuff. I want to read the room. I don't know Seth, and before I start this thing, I do not think, or I do not side specifically with one person. Okay, I don't favor Chris and Katie more than Seth, or Seth more than Chris and Katie. I think, man, this thing here is a lot not a conspiracy than people make it out to be. That's just my opinion and my outlook and my position. That's just what I'm saying here. Now, if we look back, you have people who all the way went full force, a big fuck you to Chris and Katie Proudfoot. I was sitting here saying, hey, them people, it's not showing any signs that they're guilty. And the whole internet was going in on them people. And when we did see Chris come on other big interviews, he's snapping, as he should, as any man would when some person is giving him death threats and everything else. Now, on the flip side of the coin, we've seen Seth throughout all that time just keep slinging mud at Chris and Katie. And then all type of receipts come out against both people, both sets of people, divorce records, ex-wives, all type of shit. And now it looks like the times have changed. The heat is a little bit off of Chris and Katie. Oh, it's still there. But a lot of people are disgusted now with Seth. I don't know. Personally, I just had the same position the whole time. I think people get lost and they need to have a person to have their anger thrown at. And that's just my opinion. But I want to show you what's been going on since last night. When we learn of these cease and desist, and I'll show you the picture of it. Let me read the room real fast, and we're going to get these. I have to get into these receipts. I have so many tabs open on my computer right now that I can't even go to my Twitter and show you what I want to show you until I close some of these out. That's how many receipts we have tonight. Yeah, I could see that. Trevor Lee, how you doing? Are you the Trevor Lee that I seen at Summer's birthday? I think you are. If you don't mind, Trevor Lee, I did see that. I'll be more than, I would like to give you the link. I just want to hear. I don't know. It's up to you. If you want the link, I'll give it to you. I don't even know what to ask you because I don't know how to word that without it sounding.
Just ask it and don't worry about it. He'll get it.
So I've seen your situation unfold here on YouTube like everybody else. Let me think about it before I word it. What's up, Reddy's watching? How are you? Cher inserted herself late and asking how anything helps Sebastian. Well, Granny's watching. I'm glad that you're in this community. You always come over here and comment sometimes. I see people that hate you. Hey, man, you fit in just perfect. Always remember that. Plenty of room over here for you. So let somebody tell you that. All right, guys, I got to show you some of these receipts. So what I'm going to start off with first is I'm going to go right to this lady's, her Facebook, what is it, a business account? So this would be the Law Office of Tara Carter. On your first post here, you got this person here doing this person went through the whole page, Carrie LaRue. Okay, tell me this is not a cult member. Stay far away from this uneducated freak trying to hide a murdered child. Spread the word about her everywhere. Now, what in God's name would this lady copy and paste this message for, dude, whatever it is? Copy and message this entire thing. Look, on every post, on everything, they left the same thing. Look at this. Look, here it is. A dying man, a typo in the bitter dispute, putting 2 Nashville religious institutions against 3 children. Look, copy and pasted it. Up here we have a court decision. Where was it? The law office. So this person went through the whole page, and there's others as well. It's just insane. Everything I show you tonight will be in the description box. Everything I show you. This is the Law Office of Tara Carter. Okay. Now, I called her as well, and I have the phone call. You guys already know I called her. You already know it. I have the call for you. Just chill. But I'm going to go next to her website, which is kind of important. The Law Office of Tara Carter. How do I get the number? Well, it's everywhere. It's everywhere on here. Anyway, services, practice areas, adoptions, alimony, asset division, child custody, child support, grandparent rights, probate law, temporary alimony. So she's been labeled a divorce lawyer. Okay. She does a little bit of everything. If you don't know this, because I'm going to play JLR's live here. He sounds like a complete moron. If you don't know this, these cease and desist, right? I'd be willing to bet my life that whatever Seth paid this woman, she didn't even write it out. I'd be willing to bet my life she had her paralegal in the office do it, because that's what paralegals do, motions and simple things like that. I'm watching JLR's live, and I'm watching the comments, and someone's like, he had a divorce lawyer do it? I just went to restraining order court, injunction court myself, dealing with a Karen in my neighborhood. Okay. It's not like a trial. It's not like DNA evidence, forensics. No, it's basic receipts. You and the other person. It's very simple. You don't even need a lawyer. It's best to have one, but it's crazy to watch all this. Now, I had to X this out, guys. Give me a second. I got to get rid of some of this stuff. I need to open my Twitter to show you some stuff. Now, look at this. Back to people bothering this lady. Now, listen, if you agree or disagree, come on, man. Come on, man. We can agree to disagree. You don't bother the lady's employment. So here, this came out of a Facebook group. I X'd it out because I definitely have some spies in there. And this says, I reported Seth Rogers' attorney Tara Carter to the Tennessee Board of Professional Responsibility. She is harassing people with cease and desist letters. Report her. A complaint a complaint email and a link to the email. What in God's name has this lady done? So far, that's the thumbnail if you haven't noticed. So far, the lady has sent it. All she said is she represents Seth on these cease and desist. But what is everybody so mad going to her Facebook page for? Why are people so upset they're reporting her? Why? You know why? Because some moron who is the same moron that literally was in the trailer of this, the same moron who I just made a video about where he's sucking off a Coke bottle and praising and saluting Hail Hitler, the same moron who's sniffing shitty panties, the same moron who I can sit up here and say a million different things about, who that's not even how that guy talks in real life. It's not. What I really wanted to show you guys tonight is I have a video on my channel, I go way back, where I interview JLR. That's how he talks. This weird mannequin thing that he looks like a mannequin, and this weird talk that he does. It's everything about him so fake, right? But, and I understand people don't agree with this, right? They're mad. But to say that a lawyer, right, is you're going to call the police on a lawyer for sending you a cease and desist because it's because you're getting threatened by the. That's kind of moronic. This is true crime. So people are listening to. I mean, there's a lot of people who disagree and they love JLR. They want to suck him like the Coke bottle he does Hitler, and they love this guy. That's terrific. But to just follow the leader and sign yourself up and do this shit is silly and stupid to me. So we're going to peel it back and we're going to go through this really fast. The cease and desist, a copy of it's here. I got it right here. He also, in his live, puts her all out there. This is pictures of the lawyer. I guess this is a quick time for me to do this.
Phone call, but I will return your phone call promptly at my earliest convenience. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message. Thank you.
Oh, let's get out of here. That's enough of that. Video on the way. What could I have said on that message? Woo.
Wow.
I said a lot. I said a whole lot. Let's get out of there before we play that anymore. Let me read the room here before we go any further, and I'm going to break down this live and just kind of get into this. Again, I'm not, man, you can feel however you want to feel about the cease and desist. I do think that let me do that real fast. Go back to the cease and desist. The only problem I have with this thing is in this part right here. Where it would say, please be advised, I represent Mr. Seth Rogers. Please let this letter serve as a formal notice to the cease and desist any and all activity of discrimination of information pertaining to Sebastian Rogers and or Seth Rogers, specifically any and all information surrounding the disappearance and efforts to locate Sebastian Rogers. My client has been informed you are engaging in such behavior without his express written or oral consent. If you have obtained any documents, recordings, or any other information pertaining to the disappearance of and the efforts to locate Sebastian Rogers, you have obtained said information without the consent of Seth Rogers. Please note all activities regarding the dissemination of said information will be reported to the proper authorities if required by law. Continued activities as previously stated will result in Mr. Rogers exploring any and all legal remedies to which he is entitled to. you know, here's the thing. If I have to nitpick something here, and I hate to say what I'm about to say right now, I really, really am going to regret saying this, because I sit up here and talk about tragedy pimps a lot and all their fuckery. But I've heard this now being said from Seth Rogers himself and personally to Don on the phone. And what was said is this, and it really hit me when Seth said it, because I remember Don saying it. But regardless of people who call out tragedy pimps and this and that, right? Even like the real assholes, right? At the end of the day, I don't agree with anything they say, but the kid's name is still being said, shared out in the airwaves. And in some way, there is awareness being brought, even if it's something sick and twisted as anything I've covered by these people. And if you really take into consideration what I'm saying, when these people come up with these wild conspiracies and this weirdo shit, people are going to call it out. So even if it's just me doing it, right? I'm going to push back on this dumb stuff. It got awareness from that, and now I'm pushing back on it, bringing the situation and the child more awareness. But I'm not the only person that's going to do it. Other people are going to crank up lives and talk about the rumor or whatever this crazy thing was, right? So there is awareness there. I don't agree with it, but B. Tim, $10. Heads up for the morons that reporting the lawyer to the bar. Your information is not redacted, and we'll get all your information that you gave to the bar. There's no anonymous reporting. Oh, B. Tim, I could not agree more with you. Now, when you are a cult member, I don't see his donation on StreamYards. I saw it on YouTube. Here it is. Let me put that up here. When you are taking direct orders from your cult leader, right? One of the dumbest things that you could do is dox and fuck with a lawyer. I'm just saying, they have means, rights, friends. It's pretty silly. It's pretty silly. I did call the lawyer and I did leave my name and number, but what I wasn't doing is telling her why she can't send out cease and desist. No. I actually inquired about how much she charges, because I had an idea to do this for Don and Candace. And it's in her state, actually. She's from Nashville, Tennessee. Also, I couldn't help to notice on this, what we're about to review right quick, with the guy that sucks that Coke bottle. I was wondering why he was emailed, right? Does the lawyer not have the address? Does the person who gave the email address to her, does he not have the address? I have JLR's address and the phone number. Can I give that to you? Can I help you? But there's people attacking her Facebook. There's people, you know, and this is so stupid. I have no idea how long this lady's been practicing law. If I had to guess, we could probably figure it out on the on her website. We'd probably go back and calculate it. But I guarantee you, she's got very minimal complaints to the bar, right? Very minimal, if any at all. And as of last night or today, the cult members have started bam. So it looks fishy by itself. How is there all these complaints about sending a few cease and desist that she was paid for out? You're getting your information from JLR, and he's gassing you up to do the dumbest shit. It's crazy to me. And the divorce lawyer can absolutely handle that. Like I said, it was probably a friggin' assistant there. I'm going to play you guys this live. I appreciate BTM too. Did I say thanks to him? I appreciate that. Who eats because... Yeah. What's up, Mystical? 100% true crime comedy chat channel. Yeah, this is absolutely, that's a good comment. This is not a YouTuber versus a YouTuber situation here that's going on. You're picking your fight with a lawyer who's been hired. Who knows why? Slander what? I don't know why, and I don't know what and who all got these cease and desists. From what I know today and what this stream we're about to review, JLR was emailed one, T-Rev was sent one. I've heard last night that receipt on the screen right now was sent to the, what's her name? What's her name? The lady that allegedly T-Rev, the deadbeat dad, is porking. Who said he stole it? This was sent to Michaela, allegedly, which would be the ex-girlfriend. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I do know that T-Rev's a deadbeat dad. Receipts don't lie. I don't know who's porking who and whose girlfriend and who did what robbery. But if that is the case, or if that was said on the internet, along with, hey, this guy tried to get me to buy a gun, then it makes a lot of sense why he got a cease and desist. I'm just saying. And JLR has done a lot of treachery in a lot of cases. Of course, he's going to get one. I mean, that's off the top. Now, I don't know every other person that got one, and I'm not saying everybody that got one deserves it. But, you know, I don't take back anything I said with those two people. Now, what is this thing I'm talking about, man? Let's get it. Let's have a look at it. This is this live this guy did, and I want to show you a couple things. Okay, the pictures of her. This has come from the Facebook group. I already showed you guys that. Okay, perfect. All right, so I just want to kind of breeze through this, right? This is JLR's live. Done of your browser lost connection. All right, oh. JLR kind of shows his whole hand right here. A lot of people on YouTube have a wrong misconception about JLR. Look, he's an agitator. Can you guys hear the volume? He's an agitator. He's almost like a paid agitator, right? Yeah, he can file a lawsuit. He learned it in prison. If you don't know, man, in prison, there's something called the law library, right? JLR is not a big dude. He's not I mean, he's got his ass kicked a couple times on YouTube. Who remembers that military dude smacking the shit out of him, chasing him around the Petito neighborhood, the Laundry neighborhood? I surely remember it. He's not tough. He's scary. He doesn't talk like this in real life, but he's talking about, if I get one of these, I'm going to laugh and I'll counter sue the lady. You know, this is where Mike Tyson fights Jake Paul. This is where YouTuber fights lawyer. But this is where fake lawyer fights real lawyer. You know, if I was a betting man, I put the whole house on the divorce lawyer. I put the whole house on the divorce lawyer, because where she did not get her degree would be the state of Department of Corrections. So I just want to play this to you. You could love JLR. You could love and worship him. That's fine. You can go wherever you want. I'm not going to tell you where you can click and view at. But what I'm saying is, man, sometimes think for yourself, man. Think for yourself. We're going to break this shit down. This is out of control. And I'm showing you that people have already took their cult leaders' advice. You know, any motherfucker on the internet can put some shit together and sound good. And sound good, right? You know, anybody with a little bit of game can sit up here and talk, right? And I guess play off your emotions and get you to do whatever you want. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I hope that none of my subscribers, you know, pertain or do any of this. I'm saying, but we're going to break this down, man.
But seeing what he continues to do to other people, it paints a picture. What in the world is going on here? This guy has lost lost. I'm saying over 90% of people are calling this guy out at this point. And it shouldn't even be about him because he was looked at as the good guy trying to find his son. But now he's sending cease and desist letters to Chloe, the PI, who's out there looking for Sebastian. She got one. T-Rev got one. As we discussed yesterday, Cluminati got one. I got one through his mom. People are saying CJ got one. It's multiple people now, and we don't know who else got one.
Okay, he says, people looked at him like the good guy. Well, that's because this asshole kept digging in and finding the most nonsensical things that have anything to do with Sebastian. The same shit he does on every case. He'll go and dock somebody and find like the skeletons and their family history or whatever, all types of shit that has nothing to do with the child, and report on it, giving Chris and Katie a negative look, a negative aspect, when in all reality, them people are just chilling. They're not on social media. They're getting death threats. When he does come on social media, people are, they just blast the guy. I mean, if the internet brought death threats to your life, you might want to stay away from the internet. But why are they getting death threats? Because of assholes like him on the screen. That's why he was the good guy, Seth.
Something tells me that Trev Time's going to get one.
He was just in here.
And other people. All because people are talking about Sebastian, Wayne, Jake Rogers. Because they are mentioning Seth. But in this cease and desist, and we're going to talk about a cease and desist and what they really are. Because a lawyer, I'm going to share a clip. It's like a 3.5-minute clip, but it's from a lawyer who actually breaks down cease and desist. And it goes quite contrary to what this letter, this lawyer of Seth sent out. Because Seth's lawyer, who's a divorce attorney or a child custody attorney, family attorney, I think she's abusing the process, my personal opinion. She didn't say specifics in this cease and desist that she's really required to do by law. But why in the world would Seth Rogers at this point, where he been on YouTube almost daily and regularly, talking about Sebastian, out there searching, holding vigils. I never say that word right. Remembrances. From candlelights to the school to motorcycles rallying around Sebastian, all this stuff. And now he doesn't want anyone talking about him, his own son. It defies logic. What in the world is this dude thinking?
Well, in my opinion, he shot these off because a lot of dirt has been getting shoveled his way. I mean, we all knew this was coming. People who have been around for some time, they were praising and kissing Seth's ass. They were sucking his asshole dry. No need for toilet paper. But we all know these people, they're going to backstab the shit out of you the second they have the opportunity. Or when there's no information coming in on Sebastian Rogers, bam, let's turn on Seth. So if you think about it like this, at first you have, it's Chris and Katie, it's Chris and Katie, it's Chris and Katie, it's Chris and Katie, it's Chris and Katie. And then it's decipher every word that Seth says, decipher every word that Seth says. It starts downtrending. Now, bam, shit on Chris. Bam, a whole slew of content to come after that. A whole slew. And that's exactly what's going on.
What is he thinking? Is someone pulling a string? Is this a...
And with that, people are dogging this guy, saying a lot of things about him. Look, I'm not saying all of them aren't true. Okay, but when people were sucking his asshole and praising him as the best father and cheating on Chris and Katie and everything else, he was with it all. He was with it all. And I do agree with people. I think the internet got to his head a little bit. I was over here saying, hey, man, stay away, stay away, stay away. I reached out to the guy. He don't know me. He don't owe me a response. I just say, hey man, stay away from YouTube. It's bad. I said a lot more than that, but paraphrasing. And now the heat's on him. And listen, man, as far as people digging him and people talking shit on him, I don't know. This is within his legal reach. With his son, it is his son, people. It is his son. It is his son. Am I saying that everything said on every cease and desist or everyone that got one is 100% factual and correct? No. I don't even know all that got one. And I'm sure some got one because he's in his feelers. But if you got one, you got one. I don't know the advice. If I ever got a cease and desist from a lawyer, I'd take it with, I'd take it serious. I would take it serious. If a YouTuber sent me one by themselves, not a lawyer, I'd laugh. But, it is a step towards litigation. It's a step towards litigation. I don't really have advice for people that got one. I don't know. What do y'all think? I just like to see parents, especially parents on YouTube with missing children, have a legal option. I'm not going to sit up here and say this is bad and Seth is bad. Hell, fuck no. I've been strongly considering, and I'm going up to Tennessee next week to see Don and Candace. I'd love to fire some off to the tragedy pimp assholes that I talk about a lot. I would love to, because they do say some treacherous thing about the parents. Just straight up bold-faced lies.
A Mathis game plan here? A Tony Mathis game plan? Okay. Because since Tony Mathis has come on board, and we called him Tony 2 weeks. Over to, TikTok Tony.
17 minutes.
Got a lot of names. The guy that goes on TikTok. What he's going to do if he gets a cease and desist, which we're always talking about earlier in the live. What's he going to talk about? What's he going to do, shall I say? Cease and desist. But I can tell you, if I receive a cease and desist, I'm pretty much going to laugh at it if I get one from this Tara Carter, who's a family attorney. But if I get any legal action, I can vow to all of you that I will countersue. No one should be intimidated or threatened by using the name Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I say it like when he's saying that you can't use Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Get this. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Where's Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Where's Sebastian?
It doesn't say that, though. It doesn't say that. As I just reread that to y'all, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. Unless I'm reading it wrong. We'll put it up there in a minute. A 100%. Yes, I do too. I do too, listeners. I did too. Yes, very good. Very, very, very good comment. I just don't understand why people are so upset when it's Seth targeted, but when it was the Proudfoots, it was all good in the hood. That's such a good comment. I wish someone would send Seth a cease and desist. What's up, Dill Pickle? All right, let me play this. I'm going to play something else where the rumor I was talking about earlier, and then some crazy shit that he says too. Hold on.
Wayne Drake Rogers. I'll say it over and over and over again. I'll do it, and so should you. It's a public interest case. This is a missing child. The authorities have called on all of us.
Ooh. Remember that. We'll go back. We're going to come back here in just 1 second. I cannot wait to come back to that one. But let's go here for a second. 1545. 1545. The mannequin himself, the mannequin. All the people saying that they like JLR, please stay in the chat.
Unless they pay. I've heard rumors, I don't know if they're true, that there's some sites out there selling products and merchandise about Sebastian that is ran through.
Actually, let me take a quick time out. I have it right here. For my people that love JLR in the chat, I understand that you like them, right? But the problem I have is, like, if you like them so much, explain this. What's happening, folks? Like the bell, you know what to do. Listen, the problem is you people who watch Jonathan Lee Rich's Investigates, you keep coming over with the comments. You're observing information from somebody, and you're taking that information and you're debating, and you're coming over here with the negative comments because you now have information and you want to put it against mine. So I'm not going to debate you. I just want to show you who you're getting your information from, and I'm pretty sure after this, I will never get another comment from any of you people again. Have a nice life.
Hi, Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination.
Okay, please do tell. What else did you like about him? I have 100 of those if you want to stick around. But let's go back to the clip. That's who I have 100 of those, literally. Anyway, I want to hear this site he's talking about. Please do comment. Do me a favor. Justify that for me, will you? All right.
Or commercialized Sebastian Rogers' own son for profit. And he doesn't want people mentioning or doing anything in reference to that. What do you think? And I'm reading the comments as I say these things. Because it seems like, folks, since Tony has been put on board, the rumor is that Seth is not going to speak to any media anymore unless they pay.
All right. So I don't know about the media. This is like another thing where I hate this shit right here. Here, I'm a true crime YouTuber. I'm going to say this about somebody who you all know. I have absolutely no receipts on it, but just take it for face value. And then the rumor mill takes off with it. But taking it at face value, I don't know if I highly doubt the interview thing. I don't know. I don't see that. And I don't even know what that means. Is that with YouTubers? Is that with legacy media? Like, what's he even meaning with that? But rewinding it back to Seth has sites or selling something or whatever, man, with talking with Don and seeing, listen, people, forget about this case just momentarily. How many lives and videos have you viewed regarding Summer Wells where you've caught or someone's exposed somebody selling something with her name on it? And it wasn't somebody who's a good actor or doing good awareness for Summer or out there looking and searching, flying a drone, hanging a flyer. None of that. None of that. What I'm telling you is how many videos have you seen where people have exposed somebody or you found yourself where it's some asshole who sits up there on live and just drills and blames the parents for the disappearance or the murder. I mean, I've seen that too. And they're selling I've seen Summerwell's calendars. I've seen about 10 different Summerwell's shirts. I've seen Summerwell's hats. I've seen Summerwell's stickers. I've seen Summerwell's car bumper stickers. People, multiple scams, multiple fundraising scams, multiple billboard. People, we can go on and on. So at the end of the day, I'm not even mad at this if this is true. I'm not even mad at this. That would prevent all that, right? I mean, people would still do it, but it gives him an avenue for that. As far as getting paid for an interview, I don't know. I don't know. But as far as that would nail that shit and stop that shit. What do you think? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right about that. That'd be wild, Mike. He says, watch Katie and Chris do a multi-party lawsuit. Bunch of YouTubers when things settle down. I ain't getting no cease and desist. I don't dog neither one of them. So I mean, I doubt I'm getting one, but you never know. In my opinion, YouTubers have gone way too far towards Chris and Seth. Their business does not deserve to be dragged through the mud. If the parent says stop, then stop. It's his child. Move on for your money. I agree with that. If we could just let me just, if I could just rewrite the comment, I would say, in my opinion, YouTubers have gone way too far towards Chris, Seth, and Don. But I do agree with that. Oh, you haven't seen that? I got a whole bunch of those. I kept seeing, I like JLR in the comments. I don't ever want to see that in my comment section. So we could watch him hail Hitlering and sucking off Coke bottles and saying that he's gay and he wants to dig gay lover to Hitler. I could show you also him smelling grandmother's panties. Shout out to Heels in the Air. Shout out to the recently passed Heels in the Air who gave that clip to me. And just a quick note, JLR hates that clip being put on any broadcast. So any clip channel out there, any other channel out there, if you would like to snag that piece of the clip where he's saluting Hitler and sucking him off digitally, you're more than welcome to snag it and use it by all means, because I know that he hates it so bad, and I've seen proof. I think I'll stop there. Just understand this. He really dislikes anyone using that clip. And furthermore, this is not on his Facebook follow. If you like JLR and you follow him on Facebook, you're not going to find this on that Facebook. It is, however, on a different Facebook under a different name with a whole bunch of other shenanigans. Yes, it is. It sure is. If you don't know this, he sued Donald Trump in 2016. Sure did. He sure did. If he likes, and he's such an advocate for missing children. I'm having a brain fart. Who did Alex Jones get? He got sued for $1 billion on the family. Not the Parkland family. Give me that case name. Then the case name. It's right on top of my head. Somebody commented. Alex Jones was sued. Damn it. What's the case? Somebody say it. Somebody say it. It's gonna blow up. Yeah, I'll Google it. So we'll get back to this in 1 second. You guys know this case. It's a huge case. Who did? Okay. My phone is so slow it pisses me off. Get the other one. Not the Parkland shooting. It was the. God damn it. Tell you right now. The parents from that school, yeah. What was it? Sandy Hook. So Sandy Hook, if you don't know this, Alex Jones was sued from the Sandy Hook family. Have you guys ever seen what JLR did to the Sandy Hook family? Alex Jones was sued. But what JLR did, if I told you that I have videos of him driving around with stuffed animals, oh, it gets really weird. He trolled the family. He attacked the family for years. Sure, he sure did. And just like today, when I'm showing you some asshole telling people to report a lawyer and doing all this other dumb shit, and the cult members listen to the cult leaders, at this point in time in the Sandy Hook case, Alex Jones happened to be the cult leader, and JLR was the cult member. So he took direction and trolled the family. Matter of fact, I'll promise you something. I'll make a video coming very shortly. For those who've been around true crime and these streets for a long time, you already have seen it. Because that clip I showed with him in the soda bottle is old. You just don't see it because he copyrights everybody. Like I said, he hates it. But I know what else he hates. He hates that Facebook group that he made, that he hid when he got into true crime. Oh, there's coming shortly, a little expose. But back to him with this. I don't know what Seth's thing is with this. I don't know. It's none of my. It's his decision. At the end of the day, it is his son. Okay. There's another interesting thing JLR says here. check this out.
Interest case. This is a missing child. The authorities have called on all of us to spread this young man's face, image, name. Seth has no right, no legal right to tell people not to talk about him. It's frivolous. And it might possibly be criminal. His attorney, and I'm going to show you a picture of his attorney because we talked about her. I got numerous pictures of her. This is his attorney. It's the family attorney. It's a family attorney by the name of Tara Carter.
So here he's going to show you all about the lawyer. But remember what he said about law enforcement. I want you guys to remember that.
This is his attorney. This is the one that's sending out cease and desist letters to people.
Thank you.
Saying you can't talk.
Anna.
Not only you can't talk about Seth, but you can't talk about Sebastian unless you get express written permission through Seth Rogers. Who does this woman think she is?
She thinks she's a lawyer. She thinks she's a lawyer. Look, I honestly don't think Seth Rogers is going to give a shit if you make a video and update the case. If you're talking about Sebastian Rogers, I don't see that guy. I don't know him personally, but I do not see that guy taking action against you if you're just bringing awareness to the case. I think what we're seeing here is kind of common sense. I think that he's going after creators who talk shit about him. Now, maybe some of the creators he was friends with and he befriended, okay? And something happened. I'm not saying that either that Seth was right and the creator was wrong or the other way around, because I don't know the full context of the situation, okay? I do know how this thing goes, okay? It's really not that hard for a creator to become friends with a parent of a missing child. Oh, I don't know. Ask me how I know that. Okay. But I'll tell you this, it is very rare to see realness. People not backstab them over it. And I'm not saying that's what happened. What I'm saying is it's common sense here. People are dog shit and shit talking Seth. And he's trying to cut it out. And he paid a lawyer to do it. Is that a bad no? No. It's completely in line with the law. He has to follow up on it. It doesn't end there. I don't think the guy's going to say no one can talk about Sebastian. Nobody. I don't see that. I don't see that. I also don't see him sending 50 more cease and desist out. Let's think about it. Could you guys even right now name me 50 true crime channels? 50 true crime channels that are reporting on Sebastian Rogers. Could you do it? I can't. There's no way. 50? Okay, a lot of very good comments from Leap Your Baby and Anna regarding JLR and his past behavior here on YouTube. That tells me you guys have been around these streets for a long time and you guys are critical thinkers. And what it also tells me is if I was a betting man, I'd put the house on. It wasn't either one of you that left them that was on her Facebook page or reported her to whatever they did. Yes, he was. He was with, have you seen the YouTube channel? There's also a channel on YouTube that has totally exposed JLR in the past. They don't have a lot of subscribers, but boy, oh boy. And you can never delete those Facebook posts. But he's showing, doxing the lady. He's showing all about all her stuff. This is how I was able to contact her and make that phone call, was through him. I didn't know who the lawyer was. It's not on the receipt that I showed, the cease and desist. But if we roll it back, he's talking about law enforcement wants all this help from everybody because we do know that true crime YouTubers do a great job, right?
To spread this young man's face, image, name.
He has no right, huh? So what I'm about to play for you now is the truth about the Summer Wells case, where the TBI, an FBI spokesman, gives an update to the public about what YouTubers are doing and the impact they have had to the Summer Wells investigation. Keep in mind, this is the same state as Sebastian Rogers is. Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers, they're both from Tennessee. To let JLR tell you, the police and the investigators in the case are earning and begging for true crime YouTubers to just get it out there. Please, we need help. In all reality, let's hear what the TBI actually said about YouTubers and the impact they've had on the case. Let's have a listen. You can find this on my channel. This is a short that I did. Let's have a listen.
Has been intentionally spread across social media.
Listen to her. Listen to her.
We know that this case has attracted the attention of individuals across the country who genuinely care about Summer.
Listen to her.
They want nothing more but to help us find answers. We appreciate those people. However, we are also aware that there are some people using this case for their own personal gain by spreading false information on social media posts as facts. Some go as far as to solicit donations. This has had a major impact on the investigation and not in a good way. Moving forward.
Did you just hear what she said? I think that goes over a lot of people's heads.
While investigators have been diligently working to find answers, thousands of tips generated by false information that in some cases has been intentionally spread across social media.
Listen to her. Listen to her.
We know that this case has attracted the attention of individuals across the country who genuinely care about Summer.
Listen to her.
They want nothing more but to help us find answers. We appreciate those people. However, we are also aware that there are some people using this case for their own personal gain by spreading false information on social media posts as facts. Some go as far as to solicit donations. This has had a major impact on the investigation and not in a good way. Moving forward.
This chat, I put the link in the chat. This has had a major impact on the case, not in a good way on the case, because people are posting things about the parents in the case, false information on purpose, and they're doing it for donations. It goes a long way, man. This is like, if you ever Google something, right? YouTube videos right there. It's in the Google search, right? This thing is serious. It's powerful, man. It's powerful. I joke all the time with my boss, because he knows I do YouTube. I say, hey, man, fuck a Google review. I'll make a YouTube video about you. So I'm basically, shit talking him, telling him I'm going to make a YouTube video about him. So when someone Googles him, I'm right there. It's real, though. It's serious. And this is what people, they do it all the time, people. They do it all the time. That's TBI telling you what it is. So am I mad if the guy has a website? Hell no. Hell no. That is his son. That is his son. After all the summer merch, after all the summer scams, I'm not mad about it. The cease and desist. I don't know every YouTuber that got one or may get one. So I'm not really. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. I'm not mad at the guy for doing this. I'm not. I'm sure every case is different. I'm sure somebody, look, especially with the YouTubers that may have befriended him and there was a fallout. I don't know. Trevor Lee was in here. I'm not sure if he deserves one. I don't know the whole thing about that, though. Okay, I was gonna ask him, but I don't want to come out biased and stuff. Because this guy Seth, man, one thing that we do know is he watches YouTube. He might watch this. I don't know, but and with that being said, if I could tell you that we know he watches YouTube, then we know, and we already know this in the past. YouTubers have that bait game. It's the oldest one in the trick. It would get Don all the time. They'd start up a live. They start talking mad shit about Don, and he'd come in there after a few beers and tear him a new asshole. And then there's thousands of videos made about his words that he said or what. It's just they would bait him. They would bait him. Of course, people get mad about shit being said about them on YouTube videos. You have to have thick skin doing this. As a creator, I can tell you that. There's a million videos of me. Okay. As a creator, you got to have thick skin. But this is my space. I do this. I'm in this all the time. I don't have the stress, and a missing child is not on my mind. He has that on his mind. He's trying to come over here and learn all this. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And I'm talking about any of them at this point. Chris, Katie, Seth. So I'm not really mad at this. I'm happy there's a step in the right direction for parents with missing children. I think people are upset about a creator that they support and like have got nailed with this. And I understand that. I understand that. But please, man, don't go signing yourself up to talking shit to a lawyer. I just want to tell you this. Okay. I just want to bring everybody to reality. Okay. Seth Rogers is kind of fed up with slander, people talking shit about him, whatever it is, to the point he hired a lawyer. Okay. This is the timeline. YouTubers receive said cease and desist, and they announce it on the channels, right? This is the timeline. They then say this. They're then tweeting things about free speech, and this is wrong. Not all of them, some of them. And then they're saying if they get one, this guy JLR, if they get one, they're gonna call the police on the lady, and they're actually gonna countersue her. And then they call on their supporters in these groups on Facebook to report the lady. So in reality, this is the timeline. In reality, as a lawyer, the lady's like, damn, I don't have no reports. I don't have no, there's no reports in my last 10 years as a lawyer. None of this. I actually looked at her reviews. I'll pull it up here in a second. She doesn't have any bad reviews. On Google, there's one actually. It was like 3 years ago. There's one. But so we, as far as Google goes, there's one bad review, a Google review in 3 years. But as of 6/8/2024, there's all these reports to the bar. All you're doing is validating your client's perspective. He's telling her that these people on social media, these people on YouTube are dogging him, doing him dirty in all types of ways. She has to believe him. She doesn't have time to watch all these videos, but he's generalizing it for her. Now she's experiencing it. Now she's getting all these complaints. They're on her Facebook. They're using their government name doing it. So they're validating everything he's saying. They're putting her personal pictures all over a YouTube live. Man, come on. So if anything, you're going to light fire under that lady's ass to really fight for this dude. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It is a move in the right direction. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not mad at it. I think a lot of egos are at play here. And people think I'm like, take it. If they got a cease and desist, I don't have advice for you. I can tell you what I would do. I can tell you what I would do, and I can tell you what not to follow. The advice I've seen other people say. And that's what I'm doing on this live. That's it. You know, I know the guy Trevor Lee got one. I don't know. I don't even know if I agree. He should have had one. Look, let's peel the banana back on that. From what it's worth, from what people can see, there's the fallout there of, I don't know, him and Chloe. I don't know. It looked like it was miscommunication or something like that. I have no idea. But I have no idea. I don't think he should got one. But I don't know. There's things I don't know. There's things I don't know. Maybe there's things that I don't know that validates why he should have one. I just don't know. And a lot of people just don't know. So don't just go jumping on this blind loyalty thing like Seth is bad. Because in reality, 3 months ago, you probably were like, Seth's the best dad in the world. You know, and that's a problem in true crime with people. Well, the big problem is, man, on this genre in true crime, the big genre is there's a child that's missing, right? And when it comes to YouTube, everybody thinks that there's a wild conspiracy and it has to be the boogeyman mom and dad. It has to be. I know the whole world is like the other option, but no, it has to be. And then it's crazy understanding YouTube because I'm also in this space. I do know creators take it and run with it, and they're feeding you the thought that you're clinging on to. And people, you got to see this, man. You have to see. I know that you see it. I know that you see it. But like, why? I can only speak for myself. I'm not ever going to be in that wave of people where I was like, F you, Chris and Katie. And now I'm like, F you, Seth. I've had the same position from the beginning. You can go back and watch the timeline. I have the same position and I always have. I don't think either one of them people did nothing wrong. I don't. The kid could have very well ran away. He could have left. A million things could have happened. A million things. A million things. People are saying there's lie detector tests not passed when they're passed, and this and that, and mixing things up. And come on, man. Come on. Stream twice a day with no new info on Sebastian just to trash the parents. Would you? 100%. I agree with that 1,000%. Would you want your skeletons all over YouTube? Now there's pissed because a father want. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I also agree with this a little bit. It's a different position. And I agree with you both, but at the end of the day, if we're talking about it, look, man, it's a step in the right direction. I'm all for it. I don't know what's going to happen with this. We'll have to see. I'm very interested with this. And yes, I did call and contact her. I'll make a video about it. I don't know what she charges or what, but I think I could explain this a little bit better than Seth. And that sounded a little big-headed of me. So let me take that back a second. I've been in this space for some time. I've seen families go through exactly what Seth's going through. Seth and Chris and Katie. I'm not taking a favorable side here. In the beginning, I said, hey, this guy needs to stay away from social media. We don't need a Don Wells 2.0. And it goes before Don, too. I can explain because this is a lot of my channel. I talk about and I expose and I call out a lot of these people, what they do to these families. I do it a lot. And I know a lot of their tactics. When I got to be friends with Don, I got to see a lot of things shared between us. I got to see a Josh from the lab, how he utilized Messenger to contact Don. I got to see how when he would message Don on Messenger, I got to see how he unsent his message. I got to see how that changed the whole thread. So he could basically trigger Don or not even trigger Don. He could unsend something and make a whole narrative of it. I'll give you an example. Hey, what's up, Don? Hey, what's up, dude? What do you want? Hey, Don, go fuck yourself, bro. You and your whole family. Fuck you, you fat motherfucker, you piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. Unsend. Let me unsend. Hey, fuck you, Don, and your whole family. Unsend that. So what do we have here? Now we have, hey, what's up, Don? Hey, what's up, the lab? Hey, fuck you. And then we have another one from Don. But now I can take that, put it on my YouTube live, share it to everybody, and say, hey, Don Wells has lost his mind. He must be on drugs. And I can share this to you, and you're going to swear that these receipts are real. When all reality, he's unsending the messages, and you have a guy who's pushing 60 who doesn't understand technology like that to even understand that's been going on for a long time. And the other creators that are utilizing Messenger that also hate him, it's funny how they all use Messenger, isn't it? You don't think they talk? Come on, man. That's one example. That's one example. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Find another target. Yeah, he should stay away. Missy. Yeah. See, Nikki, I just don't know. It will sway your mind. And to your comment, right? And to your comment. So I don't know how to say this. So I think Seth is a good dad. I think Seth's a good dad from what I see on social media. But then if I entertain and really watch the receipts on him, and look, I made a video on Katie Proudfoot's restraining order. Okay, there's some real alarming stuff in that thing. A lot, a lot. So it changes my position of him being a good dad. That look, the guy cares for his son. Clearly see that, but there's just different behaviors there, and it will change your outlook, and it will get you questioning your own position and your own thought. And if you live in that wormhole, you're 100% gonna start going into conspiracy island, and that's why it's not good. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for both sides of people, both sides of people. At the end of the day, the police have not charged them people. Okay, they haven't. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They just haven't. So that's all we can go off of. That's it. You think so innocent? They probably will. I think where this thing went wrong, man, was we watching it with you. We went the mudslinging should have stopped. You want and hope to see the guy mean what he says and says what he means. Hey, look, I'm not enemies with Chris and Katie. I want to work together. I want to unite, search for Sebastian, and blah, blah, blah. But then you keep seeing mud, 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 mud. You know what I mean? It was only some time before people started digging up his stuff, and boy, has it changed. Boy, has it changed. But at the end of the day, no matter what people dig out on Chris and Katie, or Seth, or the grandma, or the ex of Chris, or whatever, it don't have nothing to do with the disappearance of Sebastian. The police, the law enforcement is not taking any clip or segment or part of any YouTube video that has any dirt and saying, hey, this is going to court or this has part of the investigation. It doesn't. It doesn't. The same with Don, Candace, and Summer. You could introduce 7 dump trucks full more loads of receipts of dirt and background and what it doesn't have anything to do with bringing Summer home or locating her or Sebastian, and that's what it's about. So it is a good move in the right direction. This, at the end of the day, Sebastian Rogers is the son of Seth Rogers, and the man said, "I have had enough, and I am putting down." You know, one thing I do like that the man said, I don't remember what interview it was. Seth, he said, "You don't have my blessing." He said, "You don't have my blessing." And he said, "This is my son." And this is true, people. You can dislike him all you want. That's fine. At the end of the day, you can't argue that with what he just said. It is his son. And if the man feels like he's getting pinged and getting attacked, even with as much mud as he's slaying, even with that, if the man feels like he is getting slandered on social media and wants it to stop, and he's doing it the legal way, the legal avenue, we can't get mad at that. It is a step in the right direction. But more importantly, the step in the right direction is the man feels like people who are covering Sebastian Rogers If they're not doing it with integrity and good intentions, it needs to stop. And I'm all for that, and I'm also all for that for Don and Candace and any family with a missing child. They have to have some leverage. They have to have some rights on this thing. They have to have some say. They have to. They have to. And we should not make it to where they have no say. They are shunned for wanting it to stop. We can't do that. And it's just not right. That's a really good question. I don't have an answer for you, Missy. I don't have an answer for you. But, a lot of us seen this. A lot of us watched and already knew that this was going to happen as soon as this case turned. There's so many missing children. I just made a short where Donald Trump was sitting down with Dr. Phil. It'll be out tomorrow. And they're discussing 80,000 missing people at the border, just the border alone. There's missing people in every state, in every town, in every province, in every county, everywhere. But there's only certain cases that just take off. And when it takes off, it goes so fast. It's weird. You can never pinpoint them. But it's certain cases. A Summer Wells, a Gabby Petito, a Sebastian Rogers. And with Sebastian Rogers, it just takes off and it goes so fast. And you're keeping up with everything. It's weird. It's weird. But that's how YouTube does it. They like to, if I can explain this to answer your question the best, people on YouTube want to go down the rabbit hole of what if, the whodunit, the conspiracy thing. And they do it in a way where it doesn't legally make any sense. I've seen people make up theories on Don and Candace where it doesn't make any sense. Like the feds had their phone data. They know every location they were for the last 30 days, every text message, every email, and people don't clearly understand that. And they're making a conspiracy theory up with their viewers, then going a step further and calling it into the TBI. That doesn't make any sense. They already have the data. That theory doesn't even make any sense. That would go against the data that we've already had. And you're wasting resources calling it up here to report us or report it in, which is why the lady said these people are doing it on purpose. They've impacted the case in a major way, doing it for donations. It needs to stop. And we've seen it get repeated here. Same players, same people, same shenanigans. Did JLR get a cease and desist from Seth? That's what he says. It was emailed. He's claiming that Seth's mom, the grandma, sent it to him. I don't know if he's saying that as a throw off, because apparently other creators got one from the lawyer. Why would the lawyer send it to them the correct way? I don't know. Maybe they all got it all email. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Can he sue? LOL. Who? Seth? Yeah, 100% Missy. You should see the Summer Wells case. Well, both, yeah. I mean, he can sue because, no problem, Dill. He can sue because, well, he can. It's a step in the right direction. You know what I mean? It's a step. Did you, Orlando? Did you? Dr. Phil's been coming around, ain't he? Yep. Yeah, I can agree with that comment. See, Nikki, I can agree with that. It's tough because on this one, man, I agree a lot with both people, both sides. I agree. I agree with a lot of people, both sides. trying to be more open-minded here because I have my beliefs and my positions and my thoughts as well. You know what I mean? And I do believe with both sides. I just think that we have to not shut this down. I think this is good, and it's a good step in the right direction. And I think we can't shun that or shut it down. We can't. No matter how much you might dislike Seth, or no matter how much you like the creator that was sent a cease and desist from whoever, we can't shut it down. We can't shut it down. I don't see how JLo could countersue a lawyer or Seth. I don't see it because there was already drama before he was sent the. There's all type of drama with between them two already. I don't personally see it. Yeah, me either. I thought it would be a certified mail. Right. If you have the email, but you got to understand.
If you should really have it notarized and then
Yeah.
scan it and then email it that way.
You know, going back to what I was saying about when I called this lawyer. I called her. I played the clip earlier. It was just me calling and she wasn't there and I left a message. I didn't play that part. I'm making a video. But you know, when I said I had explained things better than her, I've been in this space more. You know, a lot of times you don't know who a creator is. You know, my name is not White Boy Lockdown Radio. That's not my name. That's my channel name. But if you don't know me from a hole in the wall, then how are you going to start looking me up to find my name? And maybe this lady doesn't have the name, you know, I would help her on a person like JLR, 100%. I would like to see how much she's charging for this. I want to find some information. I want to, you know, what could she tell me? How much does this stand up? You know, what happens if there's violations from the parties receiving them? I just want to pick her brain a little bit. And I could help her understand YouTube true crime. I really can, because I have dozens of receipts and all types of clips from some of these same actors. Not everybody that was received one from Seth's team or whatever, but just explaining this process, explaining some of the people have done this in cases. I could say a lot of shit to help her understand how toxic and crazy this little thing called YouTube is. And I don't know if that would help her or scare her. Probably would just fuel the fire that's already up under her ass, because she's understanding this from Seth. She's having all these weirdos make the reports and all over her Facebook and shit, and then I'm going to really give her some game and break it down. Man, she might be able to capitalize off that and fight this thing better than how she originally thought. You never know. But that's all I can do is try. This is a good step in the right direction. I'm liking it. A couple more comments. Man, I'm going to jump off. I just wanted to jump on here and do this live with you guys, because I figured it would take me a long time to do this whole video and edit it to put it all together. That's so true, Missy. Annabelle says Seth hasn't filed suit against anyone. Season says, yes, Annabelle, that is correct. How are you, Annabelle? So in the state of Pennsylvania, he is, yes. So in the state of Pennsylvania, a judge said absolutely no more lawsuits from this weirdo. Never again. I don't ever want to see them in my courtroom. But that was in Pennsylvania. Which is interesting, because imagine if he did try to countersue the lawyer and she just kind of threw that little fun fact at the judge overseeing the case. You know, just imagine that. Here she is, a lawyer, and this guy here is countersuing her. And again, this goes into understanding how this YouTube thing works and all the ins and outs, right? Imagine someone just giving that fun fact to her, and then she just tells the judge, who she probably is in that courtroom all the time, that judge knows her, whatever it is. Imagine the judge is just reading that. Banned from courtroom in Pennsylvania. Examples of why he was banned. Suing Britney Spears for giving him a boner. This is factual. This actually happened. The Ravens not winning the Super Bowl. Like the dumbest shit. The dude was in prison, bored out of his mind.
The Eiffel Tower because he doesn't like foreign.
The Eiffel Tower, because what?
He doesn't like foreign buildings.
He sued the Eiffel Tower because he doesn't like foreign buildings. I mean, this is just weirdo shit. He should have sued mannequins because he looks like one. He should have sued the UFC because he damn sure can't fight. Yeah, good comment. I missed that before. Good comment. Val, what's up, Val? How you doing, Val? Good comment. Missed a couple of these comments. Yeah, that's right. JLR got Don. He was part of the crew that got Don fired. He would have not a chance in hell if he tried to counter shoot somebody. Not with his behavior on YouTube. Kelly says, yeah, good comment. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know. What's the poll say real fast before we get out of here? The poll's important. Where are we at in the poll? So the poll says, I put the poll up. It says, oh, it's not playing. It's not there no more. That's weird. The poll stops. I don't know. Wait, what the hell? Weird. All right, guys. I'm probably gonna jump off here, man. A couple comments real fast, and that's it. Destroy JLR and build my house. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, that's it, man. The receipts, everything I showed in this live is in the description box. The lady's Facebook page, do not harass her. Her website, do not harass her. Oh, I wanted to show you this too real fast. If you want information on a cease and desist, because on that live that I played on JLR, he shares a whole bunch of bullshit facts about cease and desist. If you want to know about a cease and desist, I'll drop this in the live chat. And this is also in the description box. This explains everything about it. The problem is online is it says you'll find a whole bunch of articles that say a cease and desist is issued by court or government agency has legal power. So some things you say, we'll read online, will say that it does have legal power. Then some things say it doesn't have legal power. Some things will say if it's given to you by a lawyer, it holds way more, it has more substance than someone just not a lawyer. To my understanding, a cease and desist doesn't have legal power, even if it's given to you by a lawyer. But if the behavior or whatever you're doing continues after you give the person the cease and desist, then you can move in and take. Then you have legal power. You can then lawsuit, slander. You can decipher through it because they can show that they offered you this letter in good faith for you to stop said behavior, and now we have proof that you're not performing in good faith. You're like, fuck you, fuck the cease and desist. I'm gonna while out, and a judge is gonna look at that and determine it. So it doesn't look good if you continue if you continue your fuckery, it doesn't look good. At some point, you're gonna have to find out. You can fuck around, but at some point, you're going to have to find out. So this is also in the description. If you want to learn about it, it's about the best article and page I found on it. I just wanted to bust it down because he was saying a lot of misinformation. But please, man, think for yourself. Don't be the person going and reporting lawyers and doing all this stuff. You can do whatever you want. You're grown. I don't make content for kids. You do whatever you want in this life. You can be whoever you want, and you can do whatever you want. That's fine. You can go wherever you want. That's fine. But don't do it attached to me is all I ask. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shady. That's all I'm saying. We respect the families over here. We stick up for the families over here. And in my opinion, this is a step in the right direction. We got to have the families with these kids having some type of legal avenue, and there should be support in the community. That's just my thoughts. I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight, and it should be considered a good thing. It shouldn't be bad. It should be supported in the community, but not only with Seth, but every family that has their whole business getting exposed and talked about on YouTube. Because believe it or not, sometimes this here breaks down individuals. Sometimes what you see happening to Chris and Katie and Seth and all their dirt being aired, sometimes that drives individuals to pick up a bottle to get high because they're already weak-minded from what's going on in their current situation with a missing child. They feel like God's turned on them. They feel like all types of things, the world's closing in. And when they turn in on YouTube, something they figure could help them, they're just going through it. And sometimes they turn to just numb it. And then when people find that out, they get to smear that in their faces too. So this can really destroy people. So it has to be a good thing in the community, okay? At least within my community over here at Team Whiteboard Radio. We're going to support it. Until the next one, y'all, much love. Thank you, man, to everybody who tuned in, hit the like, became a member, and showed support with a donation. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Michelle for the Cash App last night. I didn't see you last night. Thank you much. Y'all be easy, man.